We've been teased again. We were ready too, but a second straight year, we thought we'd see the dynamic Lynn Bowden in the UFL, but for a second straight year, we won't. Maybe. After waiving the wideout who can do a little bit of everything, Louisville Kings head coach Chris Redman keeps the door open to a possible return for Bowden. Redman talks about that and the decision to cut Bowden in camp. All signs pointed to Lynn Bowden being all in with the Louisville Kings. He was one of the featured players at the Kings fan rally earlier this year. He was making the rounds on UFL podcast and was a presence on social media. And it was his social media that broke the news of his release from the Kings in a now deleted tweet. Kings head coach Chris Redman says it just came down to personnel.
That's a guy that I got really close with, and I really wanted to work out because he's a incredible guy, incredible person, and I just, I wanted that to work out so much. But it was kind of a numbers thing. We had to bring in some defensive line, and our wide receiver group is as talented as any group in this league. And I knew if something had to happen, honestly, earlier was better for Lynn. I'm just kind of looking out for him for the most part, so he got get a chance to get picked up with another team.
This is the second straight year Bowden appeared ready to bring his talents to the UFL. In 2025, he was in camp with the DC Defenders, but was waived in late March. This year, he was in camp with the Kings and waived a little more than 2 weeks before kickoff. Redman says it was a difficult decision, and he's not ruling out Bowden becoming a King again.
Really respect his game, the kind of person he was, and how he treated everybody around the Louisville Kings organization. And that was honestly that was a tear fell when I had to make that call. And I hate for anybody from Kentucky, but ultimately we're here to make the best team for our fans to win. And we felt like that we just had to make a difficult decision. Not to say the door's ever shut to bring them back, and that could be something down the road. So there's opportunities there, and just think a lot about very high regards for that young man, and I know he's going to be successful on and off the field. And so that was a very tough decision for me, and I thought the world of him.
There's no doubt the Kings roster is fully loaded at wide receiver, with former New Orleans Breaker and Memphis Showboat Jonathan Adams, who has more than 1,800 yards receiving in his 4 spring football seasons, and Lucky Jackson, a one-time All-XFL selection with the DC Defenders. Jackson spent some time with the Minnesota Vikings before returning to the UFL this year, and he seems to be enjoying his time with the Kings.
I got a worker mentality, and I approach every situation the same, but it's been a blast just being able to go out there, fly around and play, and then obviously meeting the guys and, creating all these new relationships.
He's just a quality individual who we're very, very fortunate to have, on this team. And he's going to, not only is he one of the better players in this league, but, he's a leader of this team. And he's, one of our guys that we know is going to show up every day, work hard, do everything right.
There's also a kinship with Redman and Jackson. They're both from Kentucky, who played college football in the Bluegrass State, and now they get to team up for the 2026 UFL opener in Louisville on March 27th against the Birmingham Stallions.
You expect some of the WKU fans to maybe catch on to this Louisville Kings thing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we'll get a lot of fans to travel down and come out and watch us play. The first Louisville Louisville pro team down there. I think a lot of people are interested in spring football. And then also I have a lot of family in Lexington that'll be able to come and check some of those games out as well. So I think we would see fans from both areas.
Kentucky's a special place, and we have a few guys that know Kentucky and a lot of guys that don't. So they're going to be excited to see the community and how much they're getting behind it. And I really think there's a buzz around town. Football is a lot of fun to watch, but it's even more fun when you're right on top of the action. And Lynn family, you're right on you're going to hear the quarterback calling plays. Like, that's how close you are.
Should be a party atmosphere, and I guess I can still hold out for this happening in Game 1. I'm trying to find out the answer to the question Abdul asked, that if the Kings won, if Lynn was going to come up and shotgun a beer with me after the game. I mean, that's something that we need to figure out here.
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
If that happens, you'll see it right here. Check out some of these other UFL videos on the channel, and be sure to stay right here all season long for more coverage. Thanks for watching.